Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing good today. Alright, well, unfortunately, it's yet another day where I have nothing to talk about. I don't know, all I really did today was nothing. I actually thought about it for just like a quick second. I was about to be like, what did I do today? Oh, I did absolutely nothing. Which sucks because it was one of those days where you have work to do, but you just couldn't get the engines rolling. And like, oh my gosh, like, I just finished eating lunch. It's like 6 p.m. right now, I think. And I just finished eating a lunch. And now I feel like doing something. That may be why I'm filming this vlog right now. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Today, for me, wasn't that much of a good day. Not just because I didn't really do all that much today, but also because, I don't know, I think I was having a bit of a bad day mentally, you know, and emotionally. Basically, I just started thinking of, you know, I just want to clarify this. I've said this before, in probably like the very first episode of basically like the first daily vlog episode. I think I said this before, that I was gonna, you know, basically document my good days, my bad days, my sad days, my angry days. Well, this is not one of the happy days, I will say. This is more of a mixture of a frustration slash kind of sort of sad day. Nothing actually happened, but I don't know, like I said this before. I don't know, I guess I just started feeling a little bit upset, not even a little bit. I'll be honest, I was feeling real upset about I guess just I guess just the overall growth of my channel. Now, I've said this before. You've heard me say it before in just my other past vlogs. But and sometimes it would happen, but again, you know, but I wouldn't mention it because like I said, since I would only be filming a vlog Tuesday and Thursday, say I have that mood on like a Friday, by the time Tuesday rolls around, like, I'm all better, you know. But now, since it's going like every single day, now you're actually seeing what I go through, I guess. And when I'm, like I said, when I'm up, when I'm down, when I'm left to the right. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know, I just kind of had one of those days. Basically, what happened? There was some type of trigger, like something happened today. And I'm gonna be honest, one of the reasons why I was, I think, dragging out filming the video this late is because that is what happened today. Like the bad stuff, but I didn't want to talk about the bad stuff because I felt like, you know, I'm talking about bad stuff, you know, you're tuning in to listen to bad stuff, like, you know, that's not fun. But like I said, I don't know, like I said, I came to that decision like just now. I was like, okay, you know what, it's life. Like, you know, it's life, it's my life, it's what I'm going through, and I deliberately wanted to do this series to document all of my feelings and emotions. You know, you may hear me say that again on another upset day, maybe for the same reason, I don't know. But basically, I can't remember what caused it, but the growth of my channel has essentially stopped right now. Now, one of the reasons I do know why it has stopped, and that's because, as I've said before, the only real way that I promote now is if I post an ad of one of the videos that I've made on Facebook. I haven't run an ad in a while. Well, it's like I've run between like 2 or 3, but for whatever reason, it's not doing very well. You know, like I don't know, it's like I try to advertise it, but it's like because there's basically, in like advertising, there's like 2 different things. It's like there's reach and there is views. Essentially, reach is the number of people who, I guess, got your ad. The views is people who actually sat there and watched your ad. You know, so for me, a video, if it reached like 3,000 people, that means 3,000 people got the video, but only maybe like 300 actually decided to click it and watch it. And it hasn't been very good, you know. Normally, when I used to run an ad, I would get, like, after about 3 days, I would get about maybe like 50 subscribers, like 30 to 50 brand new subscribers, and that would be really cool. The last ad I did only got 10, you know, and I think maybe half of them left already. I'm not sure. Now that is actually normal because not everybody who goes to your channel stays, you know, but the point is you just want, you know, a flow. Now, a piece of me knows that this is normal, but that doesn't really make me feel, you know, like I said, I was feeling really bad today. Not only that, but I don't know, I was talking to my mom today and I was telling her about this, and she was telling me, you know, I basically just have to, like, in a nutshell, I just have to do stuff that puts myself out there more, you know? I started getting upset because the idea she gave me was to basically look up things on the internet to see basically different events or stuff that I could probably attend or go to. And I did that, and some events I was aware of, but some I had never heard of before. An example was like VidCon. Like, I'll just name some of the stuff that I saw. I saw, you may know some of these, you may not. I didn't know, I don't think any of these, but there was VidCon, Playlist Live, the Streamy Awards, and a whole bunch of other stuff. The only ones that I knew, this was specifically, like the stuff that I just said was specifically about YouTube, but the stuff that I knew was more leaning towards games, and that's like PAX and E3. And I'm pretty sure that there's more. But I don't know, it was weird. It was like going to those websites and just like looking, you know, I had never been to a website before, and I'm actually seeing some like big, you know, big name YouTubers that I actually recognize, like people that I actually watch. I was like, oh wow, like that's them right there in that random photo that's just on the website. And I'm gonna be honest, man, like I started getting upset. Like I gotta admit it, like I don't want to admit it, but I gotta admit it, man. I started getting a bit upset because I was just like, man, like I would like that, you know? Like I would like to like be in events like that, you know, to be able to talk to people and, you know, and I don't know, like get invited to things, like you know what I'm talking about, just that cool stuff that you, like I said, that you always hear people get, like people get like invites, or you know, they get like stuff. I don't know what the stuff is. It could just be like free stuff from like companies or, you know, whatnot. Like I said, I've even seen that. And like I said, some of those big name YouTubers videos, like I'll watch their video, and sometimes they're like, if they're like opening like mail, you'll see that they got this like I said, just this mailing product from some company that just sent it to them for free, I guess, to promote their stuff or to like open it on camera or something like that. But I still think that stuff is really cool. And then it's like, I don't know, it was more like, it's like, it went like hot and cold. It's like the hot part was that, you know, I'm looking at all this cool stuff, like I said, from those little events and their websites and whatnot, and I'm thinking it's really cool. Then it got really cold when I look at, I guess you could say, it's to where I currently am, and I'm just like, dang, my channel ain't growing. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like I said, it's bad. Like I said, I know, but I have to be honest, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it feels a little bit weird being honest. Well, you know, this part of, you get my point, you get what I'm trying to say. But I don't know, it's like, I have to say, that's always been an issue of mine, like putting myself out there. Like, even, like I said, even just as a kid, man, like, it's just been really hard for me to put myself where people could see me, if that makes sense. Which is ironic considering how I'm doing YouTube. Like, no, I'm not kidding, it took me a lot of, I guess, it took a lot of me to push myself to do this, because like I said, I have issues, like I said, just putting myself out where people can see me. Now I'm doing it on the internet. When people assume you're putting something on the internet, they think that everybody in the world can see your thing all at once. But now that I'm actually doing it, it's like, no, it's whoever has found it, whoever you've shown it to, or just whoever is seeing it. And at the moment, like I said, I have like, I'm just gonna roughly, I think the exact number at this moment is 1,454. So about 1454. I'm just gonna say 1450. So yeah, at the moment, you know, I have 1450 subs, and I want to say this, I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. You know, it definitely means the world to me. But you get my point. It's like, you know, I'm just like, it's like, the best way that I can see it is kind of like, it's like you're in It's like you walk into a brand new house. It's a house you don't own, but it's so pretty, it's so nice, and all that other stuff. And then you go home to your current house, and now it just doesn't feels like, it's kind of like, I didn't notice that mold on the wall before. I'm not talking like bad on about my channel. I'm not talking bad about anything. But you get my point. It's like I would like to be somewhere more. I would like to be somewhere just larger, So I've been trying to think as to basically different ways that I can put myself out there. Like I said, I'm well aware that this is my doing, I guess. Like I said, I haven't run an ad in a while on Facebook. I'm not even going to lie. I haven't posted anything on my Facebook page in the last week. I don't know. For whatever reason, I've just been feeling a little I don't know. With my Facebook page specifically, I've been feeling a little bit demotivated. But it's difficult for me to maintain because it's like basically, like I said, I learned this thing to when you have basically I learned this little technique, I guess, with your Facebook page where you basically post a certain number of times every single day. You post a certain number of times and you post specific types of content. But for whatever reason, it's very difficult for me to keep up on Facebook. I'll go like a good solid week. But then when the week is over, it's just like I just stop. I just get tired or I don't know what to post. And then I just had these cold periods. So yeah, I know, like I said, that helps with my channel not growing. And like I said, also, when I'm not running any ads or promotions, essentially when I'm not putting the word out about myself, I'm not getting any new people. I rarely do on just like a random occasion, just some internet person just, oh, what's this? But that's like extremely rare. So this is going off tangent just a little bit, but since I'm talking about Facebook, there was something I wanted to ask you. I think I'm going to test it out tomorrow, but I still want to know your opinion. When I was at UCLA, all of the videos that I filmed live on Facebook. I filmed them live on Facebook first, then I took the video off of, I didn't take it off of Facebook, I guess you could say I made a copy of it. So I copied the video off of Facebook and dropped it in my YouTube. Would you like that again? I guess you could say the benefits of that is that, okay, there's a few benefits. The first one is that will make even if I don't post anything, that will still make my Facebook page alive again. It'll give it some type of heartbeat. So, the second thing is that you will be able to talk to me live. Now, I don't really know as to what times that I will film that. I don't know if I will have a time. I know it's smarter to have a time, so that way, most people can come in. Okay, how about this? Tell me in the comments what time, like if I was to do this, what time works for you? Like if you wanted to tune into a live video with me, like what time, would work for you? But yeah, essentially, like, I guess the benefits that you'd be able to talk to me live, and like I said, my Facebook page will have a pulse again. I guess the downside of doing it live is there's technically two, and I say technically. The first one is that they will not have any music, so it really will just be quiet. I could add music if I wanted to, but I don't think I will because I feel like that takes away from the live aspect, if that makes sense. Because like since music wasn't playing live, you get what I'm trying to say. The second technical thing, it's not really all that bad, is that for whatever reason when I film a live video on Facebook, the image is reversed. Like, I'm not really sure why, and I don't know how I can fix that. So, for example, you see that my little background right here. So, it's like there's red on this side and then black on this side. I think if I did a live video sitting right here, the image would be reversed. So, if I tried to show you anything with text, you wouldn't be able to see it because it's in reverse. So, yeah, there's that weird reversal. But yeah, by doing that, essentially, I would still be able to crank out a daily vlog every single day, but now I will be able to do it on two platforms, both on my Facebook and on my YouTube. But yeah, so just tell me your thoughts about that. I think I'm gonna test it out tomorrow. I'll more than likely test that idea out for a few days, because you need to do it for a few days to see how it works and what the response is. But yeah, come through. We could you can ask me questions live. You can just say hi. I've done live videos on Facebook several times before. The people who have participated really enjoyed it. And you guys are funny. You guys are really funny. But yeah, I don't know. In a nutshell, I guess I was feeling upset because, like I said, I feel small and unnoticed. Like, basically, like I said, I'm seeing, I'm sorry, sometimes little pieces of lint or whatever fly through the air. But, I don't know, I really do hate to say that. I guess I feel a little bit embarrassed to say that, because I know I'm not supposed to think that way, but, that didn't change the fact that I still kind of sort of felt that way. Now, I will say this. I guess it's okay to feel that way. I think what's important, though, is that you don't stay there. Because I will say this. I've seen, I don't know what that is about, but I've seen a lot of small channels and just smaller, I can't even really say small YouTube channels, more just small starting up entities. Like whether somebody is starting up some type of company or starting up some type of Instagram page, or just when they're starting out. And I've seen a lot of really frustrated and bitter people with that. It's like they're angry that, I guess nobody is noticing their stuff, or not enough people is noticing it, or at least as fast or as much as they would like. There are some that get really upset and angry and jealous at bigger people. That's why I said I kind of feel bad or embarrassed for feeling that way, but I have to be honest, I kind of did. But like I said, I think it's okay so long as I don't stay in it, which I will not, but I needed to express that just to be flat out honest. But yeah, like I said, I see it all the time where they're those are generally the people where they look at someone who, I guess you could say, just rich or famous, or they made it or whatever, and they say oh, that person didn't deserve it, or oh, they got lucky, or if they didn't know that person, or if that blank event didn't happen, then none of that, and blah blah blah. I know I see that unfortunately quite often. Or I notice that sometimes smaller, okay, I will say this specifically with YouTube. I noticed that sometimes I'll see a lot of smaller channels. It's like they'll do these things that they when they try to, I guess, bring traffic to their channel, but it's just stuff that you don't do, because it's, for one, it's rude, it's classless, and it's just really just a rundown tactic. Those are generally the people where they basically go to larger channels to promote themselves. You don't do that. Like I said, that's coming in the, like I said, I'm gonna, I like my metaphors, but it's it's like if I'm having a party, it's say someone, okay, I'll just say this. It's like I'm having a party and I invite guests over. I get a guest that comes into the door, and they are promoting their party to my guests in my house. That's rude. You don't do that. You don't self-promote during, someone else's thing, And, sometimes, other people, I don't know, this is a slew of really really cruddy things. But, yeah, I don't want to be that. I mean, I never was that, and I won't become that. What I mean is, I don't want to get caught up on the growth or on the process, because I even said this once before. I've learned that, like I said, it roughly takes on average about 4 years before stuff, starts popping. I guess you'll say until you blow up or something or whatever. And like I said, I've only been doing this, I think, for a year and 4 months now. Yeah, April just ended. So yeah, I've only been doing this for a year and 4 months now. So I've still got, a ways to go, and still a lot of other things. Not only that, but like I said, I'm not really all that good at putting myself out there. I've been posting my videos consistently, and like I said, I'll every now and again, unfortunately once in a blue moon, post an ad on Facebook. Actually saying it that way and looking at it that way, I'm just wow, that's not enough for what I'm asking for what I want, for what I'm asking for, trying to get. But there is a very important point that I want to make, which is weird because, like I said, I had no idea what I wanted to talk about. Heck, I barely even know what I've said or everything that I've said throughout this whole vlog. But the point that I want to make is, I said this in the last vlog, I know that I have a really bad habit of limiting myself. It's like I say that because of blank thing, I can't do this, you know? And a lot of the things that I've kind of sort of seen, and unfortunately a little part of me believes, and I want to get rid of that, is that it just seems like that if you're not a big YouTube channel, then nobody will notice you or nobody will care. You know, I feel like that's unfortunately the stigma that a lot of smaller channels feel, which leads them to do all of that, you know, all that junky stuff. And I want to prove that it doesn't matter how big your channel is, you can still do it. You know, that's what I was talking about with the earning money thing, because that was something else that I saw. Like I said, because I was trying to do research as to, you know, how could it, there's something I want to tell you. I looked up, I actually researched. I was like the other day, I was like, okay, so how can a small channel make money? Enter. I Googled that. And I didn't even read the article. I saw the article and I read like the first paragraph. And they're like, oh, you're a small channel? Well, here's some ways to make money. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I found something. Then they say, these tips are mostly for channels that have 5,000 to 50,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm going to say this. 50,000 is not a small number. That is a huge blipping accomplishment. But like 5,000, I think 5,000 is pretty good too. But like I said, I'm like 1,450 right now. I'm just like, oh, great. It's like, that's just great. This is my camera bag, by the way. Or my tripod bag. But yeah, it's like a lot of the stuff that I've seen in terms of making money, it seems like you just have to be bigger. You either have to be bigger or you have to be more well known, or just a bunch of stuff that I'm not there yet. And I personally feel like that's been an issue that I've struggled with kind of like my whole life. Maybe you might be the same. I don't know. So if we are, we're in this together. But and that issue is that it always feels like I'm waiting to get something that I want. Now, I'm not talking about regular patience. I mean like every single time they're trying to go after something, some other obstacle gets in the way. And it's like it keeps doing that. It's like I'm right here and what I want to get is right here. It's like I'm not slowly making my way to my destination. It's always felt like that every single time I take a step forward, it gets a little farther. And then that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. And it feels like I'm never, like, there. It's like, it feels like I'll never get there, you know? And that sucks, you know? That's a sucky, feeling. And that's a feeling I don't like to have. That's a feeling I don't want you to have. That's a feeling I don't want me to have. So let's just get rid of that. But, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about all this stuff that I told myself. I was like, I don't think I should talk about that. It seems too personal. But, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's like, I want to be able to prove that it doesn't matter how small you are or how new you are or whatever limits that you've placed on yourself. I want to be able to go past that, to actually show you that you can do it, you know? Because like I said this before, like I said, there are a lot of examples in the world where all of the evidence says that should not be possible, but it got done anyway. As a matter of fact, I do have a real life example. I will bring in one of my cats. Now, it's a little bit of a sad story, but I actually had 3 cats. 2 of which I have now. You've already seen them on camera sometimes. They'll jump up in my freaking gameplays on occasion and through my face cam when they're lying down on the couch. But, I have 2 cats right now, a boy and a girl. His name is Tigra and his name is Mika. And her name is Mika. I had a 3rd cat. His name was Roscoe. And unfortunately, he's passed away now. But that's what I said, it's a little bit of a sad story. But there was something about Roscoe that I found astonishing. Okay, first off, okay, for those of you who don't know, pets have personalities. They have personalities, and they're basically no different from humans. Like Tiger, he's normally very ornery. He doesn't like to be bothered. Mika, she's spoiled. She's like a spoiled little girl. Roscoe, he was a happy-go-lucky idiot. But, like, I'm not kidding. Like, he just seemed like he was just unaware of the things that he would do. But let me tell you something about Roscoe. Roscoe, he was... When we found him, we actually got him, I think, from PetSmart. And when he found him, he was actually sick. Like, to be honest, the way how it completely went down, I think at the time we only had Tigra. I guess the order was we got Tigra first, we got Roscoe second, and then we got Mika third. So Mika's not in the equation right now. We had Tigra first, and we needed to get some cat food. So me and my family, we just went to PetSmart to go get some cat food. You know at PetSmart where they have like the little glass where you can see the animals, like the rabbits and the cats and whatnot. Oh my gosh, speak of the devil, Tigra's running around right freaking now. But yeah, so me and my sister, we're looking at the glass, and we see this other cat. I don't know what cat it was. It was some cute little black cat. And, you know, me and my sister thought it was really cute. Of course, my dad said, you know, we couldn't have it, and we were like, eh. However, our dad actually went to the PetSmart and was going to get that cat for us. However, he saw another cat, what looked like he was banging his head up against the glass. Like he really wanted to get out. He was like clawing at it, he was picking at it, like he really wanted to get out. That was Roscoe. And my dad saw that. I guess he got taken by it and he decided to get him instead. Now when we got him, he was actually sick. Like he had like a snotty nose. He was a really gross cat. But we were able to get him medicine and we got him healed. But it was weird. It was like ever since then, like ever since we got him, we healed him. And when we fed him, he really liked to eat. He was just like happy-go-lucky the rest of his life. But there came a point where essentially I believe he developed diabetes. And he went a few days without his insulin. And that was really bad for his health. And we had to put him to sleep. That was very, very hard. But the main point is this. We took him to the vet because even though we knew Roscoe was a little sick, and this was before we knew his diabetes was coming on, or maybe no, I think he already had it, but we didn't know at the time. We knew something was up with him, but we didn't really see much change. He was still very happy-go-lucky, doing whatever it is he wanted to do. We took him to the vet, and they checked some of his blood. I don't know what it was, blood levels, glycerin levels, insulin levels, I'm not sure what it was, but apparently, okay, I don't remember the exact numbers, of course, but so I'll just have to throw in some fake numbers so you get the scale of what it is that I'm saying. They analyzed him, and I'm just gonna say his blood levels, I don't know. Apparently, if a cat has diabetes, their blood levels... No. I think what it was is that if a cat's blood levels are too high, then they become almost immobile. It's like they don't move almost at all. They're always camped out by the water dish because something with the water intake. And basically they almost look comatose. And I think they said, like I said, I'm just throwing numbers out there. I think they said a cat reaches that borderline comatose state if their blood levels are at like 100. Roscoe, like I said, we didn't know, he didn't do any of that. Yeah, he drank a lot of water, but he was still really happy-go-lucky. He still did his thing, you know, he ran around, he played and all that. His blood levels was at like 700. Like, the vets were actually surprised. Like, basically, I think they said he should have been dead. I think they said he should have been, not only should he have been dead, but I think they said just... because he said even if he wasn't dead, they said that he should be nowhere near as active and as, you know, happy-go-lucky, I guess, as he was. Like, basically, he should be very, very sick and sickly. But he wasn't. I think it was the sheer power of his kitty optimism that kept him alive. I don't know. But, that taught me something. Because... Roscoe shouldn't have been alive. You know, the actual... evidence said that he should have been dead. He should have been super dead, but he was alive. And it's like, I guess you could say Roscoe, he didn't have that limit on himself. He just did whatever he wanted, you know? And I guess I would like to sorry, I have to blow my nose a lot, so if you hear my nose doing that, that's why. But I guess I would like to be the example of that, you know? Not just the example for me, but also the example for you and anybody else. You know, because I feel like way too often, every single time we want to do something, we're told reasons as to why we can't. For whatever those reasons are. Oh, you don't have enough money. Oh, you're not big enough. You're not known enough. You're not mainstream enough. You're not tall enough. You're not skinny enough. You know, or just whatever it is. It's always you're not. And like I said, I feel like for most of my life, I've been listening to that. And that's probably why it feels like I can never actually catch up to the things that I'm always trying to get. And I don't want to do that. I guess you can say I would like to be the example of what happens when you do go beyond a limit. You know, and like I said, not just for my sake, but for, I feel like anybody who feels this way, because I feel like there's a lot of people who feel this way, you know? It's like, it's kind of like, so what if my channel, you know, only has 50 subs? I can still make a living. You get what I mean? I would like to be the example of that. So what if, I don't know, I only get maybe like 30 views on average on one of my videos? I still get mentioned in like an article or somewhere, or go do some speaking engagement or something like that, you know? Now, like I said, I know that you actually have to go out and reach out, because that is one thing. Like I said, it's because you're starting out, people aren't looking for you because they don't know who you are. You have to go to them first. So I guess, like I said, that's something that I have to do. But you get my point. I would like to be the example of that, you know, just for good things. But I don't know, this video actually, I did not think, how did a video where I had no idea what to talk about go on for 30 minutes? I don't know. But hopefully you learned something. As I said, tomorrow and probably for a few days, maybe I'll even consider a week, I will film the video. I will film my daily vlog on Facebook tomorrow live. Like I said, it will not have any music though. I'll still plot my outro at the end of it. But Joe, I just want your thoughts on, you know, how you feel about that. So yeah, I think that is about it. Even if there is, I'm gonna stop the video anyway because it's going on 30 minutes. I kind of don't like it when my vlogs go on this long, unless it's a live video, because like I said, that's different. That's like a conversation, a live conversation, but you get the point. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I helped a little bit. Like I said, I still feel a little bit down, but I will do my best to pull myself out of it. Sorry if I was complaining a bit in this. Like I said, I don't like to do that, but like I said, that's the weird part where, like I said, when you're doing a daily video, it's kind of like I'm basically gonna film every last one of my moods, but I guess that makes it more real, you know, so I'm not only showing you the days where I'm happy or decent, and very rarely the days where I'm sad or angry. It's kind of like I said, that's life, that's my life, that's human, you know, so I hope that I was able to translate that, you know. Alright, so yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you in the next one. See ya.